three, four.
I'm gonna introduce the shit. Watch this.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Honestly. I'm Bailey.
Shit, you did it better than I'm Logan. And we have a special guest today because we have a topic that we can't just talk about on our own. We have a guest so that we can talk about the topic of 420. And the guest is Sophia.
Hi.
You may notice she is a little short, but that's one of her best characteristics. So it's all going to be edited, by the way, so awkward parts are cut out. Just to help you feel comfortable. Because the topic is 420, we will be using the code word of Apple for anyone that gets confused because we do not want to get demonetized.
And no, not the Apple company, the fruit.
The fruit, yes, so please don't sue us.
Yeah.
You won't be making much money off of us if you do, I'm just saying. But please don't. Did you want to introduce
if you're
yourself?
lucky. If you win. Hi, my name is Sophia. I've known these guys for a few years now, and we have a lot of
You.
stories to share.
Quite a few fucking years.
Yes.
When did we meet? It's middle school.
We met in middle school, but we didn't start hanging out till the summer after 8th grade.
I don't know if we hung out much in freshman year. Yeah, we did. Never mind.
No, Freshman year is the
Never
year
mind.
that we hung out all the time. We would hang out throughout school and after school and on the weekends.
Yeah, I guess my memory's just fuzzed from all the miscellaneous
Well,
that we have. Yes, all the apples.
Ready when you are.
Hold up! We're about to lose our
Oh
recording.
God! Oh God!
I'm sorry, I can see the recording. I know it looks weird.
Oh God!
Oh no!
I have to plug in.
Oh God!
I should show this little moment.
It'll be the first segue.
We-
So
Are back and good, baby!
perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Nice.
Anyways, to get back on track, we are going to.
Whoa! There's people here.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! How
And
long
they're
have they
going
been here?
You want to eat an apple? Yeah, we're
Bet.
gonna eat an apple to start off.
I think everyone's
Just to,
gonna
like,
eat an apple to start off,
feel
so
at
that's
home.
good.
Yeah. You need to tell us about the first time you had an apple. The first
Okay,
time.
yeah,
I
do
had an
that.
apple.
Do that while I'm endorsing.
Sure, Logan.
Dabbling.
Okay, so the first time I had an apple was actually with Logan.
Yeah,
I had come over to his house. We were hanging out, and he let me use a vape.
Sorry. Keep going.
He let me use a vape, and that was the first time using that as well, actually. And he brought out the apple, and he said, "Do you want to?" And I said, "Yes." And we used it, and I died, and he laughed at me, as he does. Then tried to use the apple a different way and shoved it into an actual apple and carved a hole through the actual apple. Oh my God, I did the same thing for my first time.
I'm falling. I love
And then we proceeded to tell Bailey that we had an apple, and she joined us and had an apple herself. And we made a bunch of waffles and played with a Muppet.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, that was after rehearsal. I was still in.
Oh my
costume.
God, I remember.
She yelled at
I
us
was
with a
chimney
Muppet on
sweep.
her hand. It was that little chef Muppet.
Oh my God!
I have
Oh my
videos of you yelling at Logan in an accent.
Where we landing, boy?
Tilted Towers.
I was thinking Dusty.
Wow.
Your first time,
Big
Bailey?
story. It was actually at the house in the greenhouse. It was like a week before 420, and I wanted to on 420, but I hadn't yet, so I was like, okay, I might as well introduce myself to it beforehand, which I did in our greenhouse because I was like, he's literally never in here. This is whenever he used to like never be in there. And we went in there, and I swear to God, I heard footsteps outside of it, and somebody knock on the window, and I was like, no, sir. Because I was fucking dying, and we'd actually carved an actual apple as well, and we're just having fun, and I was freaking dying, but it was okay. And we sprayed the fuck out of the house with Febreze, and fucking perfume everywhere. Like, I'm telling you, the doorknob was wet.
I've made my
How
dad
much we
fall down the
sprayed.
stairs from excessive Febreze. I was
Oh,
like 7.
Lord.
I sprayed so much on the stairs that he came out of the shower and just fell straight down.
Oh my God, it was awful.
Make
Bobo
a
came in
little
and he
bit
was
of
just like, holy fuck, you don't say. You okay? I'm like, I'm great. I'm sorry. And I went back to my room and I was like, guys, he knows. It was bad, but, you know, in the long run, it was pretty funny because they were gone and he was just like, you know, I'm not a fucking idiot, right? And I'm like, yeah, anyways, ciao.
Well, my first time wasn't as fun. I don't really remember my first time. I don't know. I think one of my first times was with my friend A. I won't say their full name because their parents are very strict. But
Leah.
no, I'll use what that guy said earlier,
No.
Todd or something. We were in my room, and I just had some guy on Snapchat be like, "Yo, what's up? Da, 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 da. I'm a dealer," and I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I have $40, and I got 11 grams for $40. Not
That's a
bad.
lot.
That's
I know.
insane.
And I didn't even end up smoking it all. I think I eventually like spilled it and lost it, which is ironic because that's part of the first time story. So we got some and packed it into like, I don't know what it was. I think we figured out that you could kind of just smoke out of anything really as long as you put a hole in it and another hole. You know what I'm saying? So we were smoking out of something. I don't know what it was. And we were like dangling out of my window, taking turns. He was gonna, and it just kind of tipped over, and all the weed went everywhere. And I think it was like the last bit of it. And oh my God, I'll bleep it. All the apples went everywhere, and all the apples went everywhere, and I literally made him jump outside and was like, find it! And yeah, that was one of my first times. Your favorite group experience of all of us? Anyone have a memory of all of us? I think I have one of just Sophia and I that was pretty fucking
I think
funny.
after rehearsal was probably all of us.
That was like the
Oh,
funniest.
Zaxby's.
That was the first one.
Oh my God,
Zaxby's.
Zaxby's. Logan he had some apple fucking pie. Like it was.
Dude, no, you don't even understand. I was so out of it. I didn't know either of y'all were there until you guys showed me pictures of us there. I just remember
Yeah.
being at Zaxby's. I don't remember who was there.
We literally went together.
I know. I know that
Wait,
now.
That trail.
Wait, is this the day
After
that,
you
hang on,
told me, I know that.
is this the day? I'll say, okay, I want to show the video of when we were in Zaxby's first.
Yes.
So there's that. But was that the day we went to the? Not only did you have rehearsal, but wasn't it like
It was an award
Thespian
show.
Day, and I didn't know I had to get on stage for an award.
You won an award.
Bruh, I don't remember that. I
Sophia, you were
literally
there
don't
watching.
remember this.
Sophia was with me, right? This was Sophia.
I remember sitting there and watching Logan. I have videos of you going up there.
Send it to me
And
right
me and-
now.
And me and Bailey going, woo, Logan!
At this point, I did not expect to be doing anything. I thought we were just going to go there, wait for it to be over, so that Bailey and Sophia and I could go over to Zaxby's and eat. But that was not the case. I sit down, they're announcing the awards. I'm gone. Sophia and I are just like giggling, watching this little announcement thing. And then they call my name. And I look over at Sophia, I'm like, oh, fuck. And I get up, and I go up there, and I get my stuff, and I'm just smiling my ass off at the little end of the line. And then they're like, okay, we're going to do a little bow and everything. And I was like, I probably reeked of marijuana, and the teacher was giving me...
Congratulations and welcome to the International Thespian Society. Always remember.
It was so bad. And then I was so gone, and that's how high I was. The video from Zaxby's, that's how gone I was. My hand is glitching out of the game right now. But that was I think my best group memory.
I have a
Two.
funny memory of me and Logan. It was at my best friend's house, my ex-best friend's house. And we had just like thrown up a party. And
Wait, is this
It was-
the piece?
uh-huh.
Please tell it, please.
It was me, him, and then a few other people there. And we were just hanging out, and I was supposed to sleep over, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna smoke. I'm gonna eat some apples tonight, I'm gonna have fun, and we're gonna enjoy ourselves. And so, we were doing it, and Logan goes, let's see how high I can get you. And I was like, no. And he goes, yes. And I was like, fine. Because I was already out of it. I was like, you know what? Let's go up higher. So,
Onto the
he
elevator
was
we
like,
went.
I have an idea. I'm going to blow it into this bottle, and I'm going to close it up, and I'm going to give it to you, and then you can, get that smoke. And I was like, okay. And then he does that. He spends like 5 minutes in the corner blowing into this bottle. And he comes
Oh my
back.
God.
And he's like, here. And he's holding it in front of my face. I'm like, I'm not letting you hold it. And he's like, I want to hold it. Yeah?
I'm sorry, I almost peed. Okay, keep going.
He's like, I want to hold it. I'm like, no, I'm going to hold it because you're going to squeeze it. And he was like, I promise I won't. The second I put my mouth
Guess
on
what that
that
is?
bottle, he squeezes it and scrunches it up, shoving all the smoke into my mouth and down my throat. I died. I could not stop coughing. I couldn't
No, you don't
breathe at one
understand.
point. I
She
turned
fucking
red.
died.
I turned red, and I was so out of it. I'm surprised I didn't green out. I was so out of
She
it
would
that I was like, my throat is burning from coughing, and my head, I feel hot. So I told my friend to go get me something from the freezer to put on my throat, and she comes back with mixed vegetables and peas. So I put one on my throat and one on my head, and I'm just sitting there waiting for this to pass. Eventually, I pass out. Everyone leaves. She passes out. I have the apple on one hand and a vape on the other. And her dad comes, and he reaches literally next to me, and he taps me, and he goes, go to Angela's room. Y'all girls need to go to bed. And he didn't bring up the apple, but holy crap, he did that to me.
That was so funny though. You don't understand. I was literally like, okay, be ready, holding it. She starts, and I'm like, and it just fucking blew. Like she was
You
breathing
didn't
in
even
too.
just do this. You didn't even just do this. You like scrunched it up too.
It was bad, and
It
at
was
first,
bad.
she didn't expect it to be terrible. I don't know. I guess she didn't think I
No.
blew that much in it, but really, I filled the bitch to the rim. And she was just
Mhm.
trying to breathe in, so she took a deep breath right when I squeezed it, and it literally filled her up, and then it just blew all over her face, like right all over her at the same time. And she was like, and she was dying.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
it was
need to
great.
tell Logan about some of our times in the garage.
Oh my god. We spent so many hours in that garage.
I
that we
know.
left
I
Logan
invite
alone
my
in a
friend
room.
over to hang out, and then they're in the garage smoking. It's like, hello, I'm here.
It's because
And
you
they'll be
didn't
there
want to.
Say she can only come over for like 30 minutes. They'll be in the garage for an hour and a half.
Okay, but we still had fun. Because, okay, here's the thing. We go into the garage, we're like, we're just going to smoke, talk. We'll be right in like 20 minutes. And then Logan calls us, and we're like, what? We're coming in. He'll be like, it's been an hour since you fucking left. Are you coming in or not? And we're just there like, ah, shit. Yeah, we're coming in. We're finishing up. And we'll stay out there for another 30 minutes. We don't do it on purpose. We just literally lose
I
track
know.
of
I
time.
get it. You're fucking endorsing in apples. It's a very distracting thing.
And we have conversations. Like, one day talked about, like it's not even like always funny stuff. Like we'll get into a topic of like relationships and like what we seriously feel and stuff like that.
Right, like
But
deep.
we'll also have some funny ones. All the ones I really remember are like serious ones though.
How about
Oh my God.
people's worst experience? I know yours was probably that party.
It probably was. Just that coughing was horrible. It felt
So
horrible.
bad. My worst
laugh.
time, that's probably what it is. But my worst time, you being at that party, that was bad for you, but it was very funny for me. So
Yeah.
it was pretty funny. I have a video of what I looked like. I was literally green at this party. I had like 5 bowls, 2 joints, and like 6 shots of vodka. And I was literally green laying out in the front yard and had to go to my friend's house through an Uber from their mom who came and got me while I was sprawled out in the front yard of this party, just green to the face. And the Uber was like, you can throw up, it's okay. I have people throw up in here all the time. I was like, dang, I am so sorry. And I was apologizing the whole time. And then my mom picked me up from my friend's house. And the mom was like, what do I tell her? I was like, just tell her I got too high. It's okay.
I remember you calling me that night, and you were like, I'm at the senior party, it's gonna be so fun, and you went to another room to tell me, and then I didn't hear from you until the next day.
Yeah.
Do you have a worst experience with weed?
Yes. My worst experience was with Tom and Jerry and their friends at Tom's party. And we were just chilling and hanging out, me and Tom, and then Jerry decided to show up later, and I had been using Tom's apple all night, so I was already freaking gone. And then here comes Jerry and his buddies. He's like, ha ha ha, you gotta try my apple. I grew it myself. And I'm like, that right there is scary sounding. And lo and behold, he sang the ABCs. He said, if I can sing my ABCs, you got to hit this the whole time. So I was hitting his apple the entire time he was singing the alphabet
Wait.
ABCs. And he was going slow as fuck, and I'm sitting there crying. Like I'm dying.
Wait. Sophia, come here for a second. You just be dying really quick. Just be dying, and we're just gonna reenact this really quick, and you tell me if this is accurate. A, B, C, D, E. Like what? That is so weird.
Basically.
That is not what you expect to see at some party.
definitely not.
Back up. You are so close.
How did you even survive is my question. Like, why did you even continue?
I think I died at a certain letter.
Really?
I don't even
That's
remember.
kind of how the alphabet works.
Yeah. I don't
Could've been
remember
A,
what I
could've
died
been
at. It was a little.
T.
It was like halfway through. I think
it was a little after M.
a little after M. I remember up to F. Anything after that was a blur.
Everybody's funniest moment. How about you start off again, Sophia? Your funniest moment with apples?
My funniest moment would probably be, it was with Logan. It was on FaceTime with Logan. This is the one that's like, I can remember off the top of my head. Logan had just taught me how to use a can. And
Don't
And,
mind me looking for my shit.
he had Oreos. And I don't even remember what exactly he was saying, but he just went on a rant about Oreos for like 5 to 10 minutes. It was just you talking about Oreos and then you tearing them apart, taking out the cream, and then making them like fight and stuff. I was like, what the hell is going on? But I have videos of it.
Wait, hang on. Explain. I took Oreos apart and made them fight?
You were just... The Oreos had characters, Lolo.
You're strange.
I made an entire movie.
That's what they said. Mars said, hey, our planet looks like a bat. And so, then, one piece broke off and then it started to snow.
So what's your funniest moment, Lolo?
My funniest moment would have to be the time in freshman year, because throughout freshman year, I think I was gone every single day. In first period, Mr. F had to hate me, very much so, because I was gone every morning walking in his class to the point where he would call me Dopey. That was my new nickname.
Mr. F, the one who's like super chill that we both like?
Yes.
Oh no,
I
he
love
didn't.
him.
He didn't hate you. He
No,
absolutely
no,
adored
he
you.
He didn't hate me, but it definitely got annoying.
He
but-
definitely knew though, because he.
Oh no, 100%.
always
I literally
knew.
blew clouds out in his class, and he would just shake his
He
head.
talked to me in the hallways about you. He would be like, Dopey, I swear, your brother, he's not you. He's something else.
He would always talk
He's
about
a different
me.
breed.
Like whenever we talked, he would always bring you up as well.
Yeah. But my
He'd be
funniest
like, so where's
moment...
Logan?
My funniest moment would be I got so high in his class, and then I went out because it was the time for second period, but I asked to use the bathroom right before the bell rang, and the bell didn't ring yet. When I'm done going to the bathroom, I'm leaving, and I start going to my second period. The bell rings for people to start going to second period. Right when that bell rings, I walk in my second period. The teacher's just now sitting down at her desk getting everything ready for the next period. Some people have walked in and sat down, and I'm standing at the front like, what are we doing? Out loud. Just, what are we doing? And Miss S was like, Logan, are you okay? I was like, oh my bad. It was just a moment where I literally stepped out of reality and was just like, what is going on? And I audibly out loud said it. And so I just took my seat and just didn't say anything for the rest of the class.
Jeez. What about you, Bailey?
Yeah.
My
Your funniest
funniest one?
moment.
Probably whenever I was at Tom and Jerry's party and I was greening out and I was on the couch after we'd had our alphabet session and we were watching trippy videos with chill music. And you remember Tom's TV, how freaking huge it is. I'm sitting right there front and center on the end of her couch staring into that TV. And I'm talking to myself in my head, having a whole conversation about how I'm about to get up and leave and go to the bed because I am literally tripping the fuck out. I'm just like, okay, we're going to get up in 10 seconds. And then you're gonna just calmly walk to the door and not say a word, and like nothing happened. Nobody will even notice. Look at them. They're all distracted. We're all staring at this rainbow moving on the screen. And then there was something laced in that apple, I swear. Because I was going freaking crazy. And the room was spinning. I like get to one. I'm like, wait, 3, 2, 1. And then I just calmly like
You know how those
Sitting
moments
there.
are when you're talking to yourself,
and it sucked.
and it's kind of like you're kind of putting on a show. It's like you're just, it's like this. You're putting on the podcast, and you're just
Have
talking.
y'all ever had those moments where it feels like you're watching yourself through like a movie screen? Like actually it looks like what VR looks like. Like
Yeah, kind
you
of.
have that like black outline and you're just like, holy crap, I'm in third person.
No.
I get that all the time, and it's like
Oh, third person? Yeah, I get that. I get that.
it's just like weird. Okay, so Bailey, you probably had something laced, right? That ABC
Yeah.
day.
that.
Have you ever had anything else laced?
No.
I don't think I've had
Well-
anything laced before either.
My first edible.
Wait, was that the time at the school when everybody got laced?
I don't know, but it was freshman year, and I bought an edible, and I had split the price with 2 other friends. But since I put most of the money in, I took the biggest piece, which was not a good idea. So we got it during lunchtime, and we broke it up into 3 pieces, and I got the biggest piece, and then they shared. I got half, and they shared the other half. We took it at lunch, which is halfway through the day. So in, what was it? How periods did we have? 6?
Yeah.
In 6th period, I was in lit, and I hated this teacher. I could not stand her. But, you know, it was the end of the day, so I was like, I just need to push through this. I was out of my mind. All of, like, I could feel everything. Me and my friend sat, like, a few rows apart, and I sat directly pointed to her desk, but a few rows down. And, we just stared at each other the whole time during class, and we just laughed at each other. And the guy in front of her, let's say his name was Jack. It wasn't Jack, but let's call him that.
Okay.
He just turns around because he's in front of my friend, and I'm down the hall, like not down the hall, but down the room like that. And he just goes and looks back at me, and then back at my friend, and then he just goes, ugh, and looks down at his paper. And me and my friend just
So he
cracked
knew
up.
y'all were.
He definitely did. He definitely did, because the way he looked at us, he was like, something's wrong with y'all. But we made it through that day, and then we found out that it was laced with LSD.
Oh wow.
Wow. I could not. I would have died. I would have been in class like, I need to go to the nurse.
It wasn't a bad experience, but I would have liked to have known
Yeah.
before I consumed it.
One time I had too much, and it was while I was still getting sick, but I was like, I'm going to do it anyway. One time I had too much, and it was so embarrassing. I called one of my friends while I was in the process of, like, it getting bad, my heart racing, my stomach getting upset. Hello! There's more people in here, by the way, that I've been in here before, so that's cool. But anyway, my heart's racing, I'm starting to get, so I call my friend, I'm like, I need you to just hope I'm okay. I need you to cross your fingers, pray to God, everything you can. I don't even know if you're religious. If you're religious, pray. Do something because I'm dying. And she was like, what? I was like, just do it. And then she like, wished me luck. And I think she even prayed on FaceTime with me. I was like, yes, yes. Like, it was so embarrassing. And then, my hand. And then, it so dehydrated. I was like, really? That's weird. So they put me on an IV for like 3-4 hours. And it's just my dad in the room and while I'm on the hospital bed, and he's sitting next to me, and I have the IV and me getting water, and I fall asleep, and I have the best sleep of my life, and I wake up and like 3-4 hours later, and I'm like, yeah, you can tell the doctor we can go now. Right. I literally woke up, turned over to my dad, and was like, you can tell the doctor I'm good, we can go. Like, me just gone. And he's like, okay. So we walked out, and the doctor came in and was like, you feel better? You're good? I was like, yep, I'm just ready to get in my bed, I guess. So bad.
I remember you getting home that night and I asked you how you're doing. You went, don't talk to me, with like an armful of snacks. Okay, alright guys, that's gonna come to an end right now. Thank you guys for joining. I hope you enjoyed me and Logan and our guest Sophia today. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. Sophia will
Yes, thank
definitely be back a few times, guys. So
Oh, I will.
any questions or anything you have, go ahead and ask her anything that you want to know about her, and she'll answer that in the next one, or whenever there's enough to go off of. But
It will be on iTunes eventually.
I know,
Thank you
very
for asking.
cheese, very cheese. It's
Eventually.
alright. Logan, go
While
ahead
we're
and finish
outroing,
up with anything.
someone asked, someone asked just now out here, is it going to be on iTunes? And I want to say that eventually it will be on iTunes, Spotify, and other platforms. So hopefully I can do that as soon as possible. It just does cost a fee at the beginning, so I'm going to have to save up a little bit and then do that. And then that should be it for today. So everyone make sure to say thank you to Sophia for joining. And did anyone else have something to say?
I was going to
Sophia,
say, don't forget that you can join us live. You can
Yes.
come on
Oh,
Reddit
yeah.
and be part of the
on
audience.
any platform.
Why don't you explain to them how they can join and what games they need to download to join us?
Well, Room is free on all platforms, and if you have VR, computer, Xbox, mobile, which obviously if you're watching this you have one of those, feel free to join. You guys can come on here, we'll make an event and announce it, and maybe we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you for joining. Bye!
Exclusive content.
Exclusive content.
Exclusive.
Time for the OnlyFans, baby. Everybody undress.